Vacuous, empty-headed, silly. Vacuous conversation, a vacuous person even. Doesn't think about things. Vagrant. A vagrant is a person who is homeless and wanders around. That's the root. All Latin. Every word on this page, I would say, do is, as in undo, maybe not. Twinge, no. Everything else on this page is Latinate. It's amazing, isn't it? That's why I urge, as an aside, that's why I urge serious students especially to take Latin when they go to the States and go to schools. And they will say, but I can't use it. Well, you're not going to use your 1 or 2 years of French or your 1 or 2 years of Spanish either. High school language is at best a preparation for college if one cares about learning the language, and most people don't. They take 1, 2, 3, or 4 years of the language, drop it, and then remember 3 words in 10 years. It's of no practical value really, except in its impact on English. And the language which has the greatest impact on English is Latin. Boom. Okay. Vague. Keyword. Not clear. 2 words that Korean people should use more often. Vague and obvious. Vague. Unclear. Vain. If I am vain, I care a lot about my looks. I look at myself in the mirror a lot, and I want people to look at me. I'm concerned about my physical appearance and admire it. Not just concerned, but admire. If I'm vain about my knowledge or my any quality I have, I'm, as kids say, conceited. I have a high opinion of myself. If I do something in vain, it's pointless, it had no utility, his efforts were vain in that sense, or in vain probably better, having no fruit, bearing no fruit. A valet is a servant, especially one who occupies himself with one's person, that is, helps me dress or shines my shoes or something like that. Only the very rich have valets. Valiant, courageous, a valiant hero, also a valiant effort. He made a valiant effort showed a lot of heart and courage. Van, of course, car, van. I notice more and more Koreans like them. That is, a van holds many people, 6, 7 people. But in the Shakespearean use, in the van of something is in the back, following some movement. Or an army invades a country, and in the van come other people who live by means of the army, that is, provide them food or other services. Vanity, the noun form of vain. Vanity, caring too much, having too high an opinion of oneself. The word actually means emptiness. And so we have Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament with Koheleth as the author's name, who says, vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Meaning everything that we do has no purpose or meaning at all. Very pessimistic. Vanquish is to conquer. He vanquished, Napoleon vanquished the countries of Europe. Variable, changing. The weather is variable. Some days it is constant. The opposite of variable is constant or consistent. Variety, good, not the same. That is, having or showing various, the adjective, qualities or things. The variety of products found in some market is astonishing, meaning there are so many different things. Vast, a vast selection of things, huge. Vast in space, vast in number. Vault, various meanings. A vault architecturally is the roof of the vault of a, especially a Romanesque or Gothic church, is the ceiling. A savings vault is a heavy iron thing in which one keeps one's money or valuables. Vegetarian is a person who only eats vegetation. The real point is, though, will not eat meat. Some vegetarians eat fish. Vehicle. A vehicle is the car or truck or van that carries one from point A to point B. The word vehicle is used in translation about Buddhism. There's the Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhists. And the Hinayana Buddhists in the south use the Tipitaka, which is the little vehicle. And the Mahayana use the big vehicle, one reads. I don't know if Korean Buddhism uses those terms. Vengeful, wants revenge. Vindictive is the really good word, and there it is, down below. Vengeful, vindictive. A vengeful person wants revenge. A vindictive person always wants revenge. Verbalize is to put into words. He should learn to verbalize his feelings. He would feel better. Maybe. Verbose, using too many words. Talking and talking and talking. Now, an essay can even be verbose. That is, too many words. Verdant, green, usually in spring. When the woods and fields are verdant, everything is green. Vertical, standing upright. Horizontal, that way. Veterinarian is a doctor who takes care of animals. Good profession to get into. I tell students, the students who might not make it to med school, but still would love to do medicine, let's say, and love animals, veterinarian, good thing. Veto, noun or verb. The American president has the power to veto any law that Congress passes. On the other hand, Congress can override, seems to me we had that word, override his veto with a combined 2/3 vote. The presidential veto, noun, is a powerful tool for the president. Viable, able to live or able to move. In any case, a viable solution might work. That's the point. A viable option, an option that might work. Vice versa, let's see now. He gave her money and vice versa. She gave him money. That is, and the same in reverse. To vie, good word. To vie with someone is to compete with someone. Good. Vigilant, watchful, always watchful. The troops at the DMZ are very vigilant, or should be, and I assume are. Must be watchful and alert for danger. A vignette is a small skit, French word. I haven't heard that for years. A small skit that shows something. Vigorous, having a lot of energy. A vigorous person has a lot of energy. He made vigorous efforts, we say. The efforts have a lot of energy. Excuse me. Vile, disgusting, loathsome. Some substances seem vile. Some people seem vile. Vindication, justification. He was vindicated. This notice very different from vindictive. He was vindicated when it turned out that everything he said was going to happen happened. He was justified. Everyone said, "You were right." That was his vindication. Vindictive, vengeful. Vintage, having to do with the crop, we say, or the harvest of grapes for wine. It was a great vintage in 1990, maybe. Other years have had a poor vintage harvest. Virtuoso, virtuoso, Italiano. A virtuoso is a person who is very skilled at something, full of virtu, power, manliness, but skill. A virtuoso pianist can do anything on that piano. Virtuous, very different, though the same root. Virtue we use to mean goodness. A virtuous person is good in someone's sense, follows the precepts of some church or moral philosophy. Visage, face. Good. French word visage, face. Vista, like panorama. Panoramic vista. Vista is what you see. Panorama, pan, everywhere. Broad. The vista, it's like the view almost. The vista from some mountain might be great. It's not used much like that though. Vista. View. Vivacious. Full of vitality. Lively. Good word. Vocal, having to do with the voice. A vocalist is a singer, of course, but a male vocalist, female vocalist, and so forth. But special use, he was very vocal in his opinions. That is, he had opinions and he voiced them. The implication is he talks too much or too loud. He was a vocal opponent of abortion. Talked and talked about it. Vociferous, loud, in a pejorative or contrary sense, that is, not approving. Vociferous, loud. Void. Noun, the void, nothing. Another word for chaos. Discussing that word actually a couple of days ago with a student. In the beginning was chaos. Greek myth says chaos. Koreans use this word too, I know. Chaos and void really have the same meaning, but chaos has come to mean disorder, even loud noise, social chaos, panic almost, huge disorder. Really, it means the same as the void, nothingness, vacuum, nothing. To void a check, if one writes a check, is to cancel that check, to make that check void.